Hello. Hope you guys doing fantastic today. So, One Punch Titan started doing a lot of damage, and by a lot I mean it's just like the amount of damage that this character has at this point is an overkill, and we're not even done yet, which is a spoiler to what I'm going to talk about at the end of the video. But I'm going to show you in this video why we're doing such astronomical amount of damage, and I'm going to give you a showcase, which we're going to do right now. We're going to jump right into it. There's no time to waste. Actions speak louder than words, as you guys know. So let's just jump into it. There are no videos for like 2 or 3 days now, I think. We had holidays in Poland, so I made sure to spend that time with my family and rest a little bit. So hope you guys don't mind, but we're definitely coming back because after this project, there is going to be another one coming, which is going to be a Spear Warbringer. I'm really interested in how this thing is going to go. But we're not done with this character yet. There's still going to be a few videos about this one. So, the good old classic One Punch Titan. I'm using a shield right now for obvious reasons, just to increase my tankiness a little bit. The big benefit of this build, I would say, a huge benefit, is that you have very high flexibility, and I mean very high. For example, you can invest into Aftershock if you want, which, by the way, spoiler alert, it's worth it. Or you can, for example, drop like this node over here and get more life if you want to. You can completely forego defenses for the most part and just invest fully into area and damage and just one-shot screens, right? You can do literally whatever you want, right? You can, go in the middle, so like you still use shield and give up some of the block nodes to get like 60% block, for example. But instead of that, you're going to get more area, because you can still get easily more area on it. I guess this is a huge benefit of this build, that is very flexible. You can do virtually whatever you want, and it's very easy to push the build in this way or this way a little bit if you want to. If something is like, oh, I wish I had a little bit more of that, you can easily do that, right? The same with regeneration. You can get more regen if you want. It's very nice that regeneration covers two things in this build: the degen from the gloves and from rage, and at the same time it pretty much completely covers the very high cost of leap slam. So that's really cool. But yeah, very happy with the build so far, not gonna lie. And even though uses leap slam for clear again, but it is what it is, right? Leap slam feels really good this patch. All right, so we have Xesht. And we're going to do a little bit of preparation just to show you guys how much damage I'm doing right now. And you could be doing way more than that, because I still use literally the same weapons for a month now that I bought on Will Smith. I had no upgrades whatsoever. To be honest, the rest of my gear is also very modest. So I'm going to put this thing over here. Rolling Slam that I got for 1 Divine plus 3 Rolling Slam skills. Very nice. Then we're gonna make a small change. We're gonna put this weapon over here, weapon set number 2, and we're gonna put Reverberate into Rolling Slam to reach 103% Aftershock chance. This, realistically speaking, just means that it's 100%, right? You can above 100% doesn't do anything, but 103% is like perfect because you have a guaranteed Aftershock. And let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what's gonna happen to this guy, right? What happens is this. He died, he died after 2 hits, but that was really 1.5 because my second Aftershock didn't go off. And that's what happens to every Pinnacle boss in the game, basically. So as you can see, we have a little bit of damage. Ooh, tier 5. I'm gonna pick these up. Like the loot buff's treating me really well. So that's how much damage we do to any Pinnacle boss in the game. The Pinnacle bosses, I fought all of them so far. The Pinnacle bosses that have phases, so Olroth and King of the Mist, phase to phase 2, that they go to phase 2 after 1 Rolling Slam. So you just 1 Rolling Slam and it's instantly next phase, right? That's how much damage you do. And of course, Arbiter, I haven't fought him yet, but it's going to be same story. 2 hits and he's dead. 2 hits with Rolling Slam. We're going to get to how you can one-shot them easily later. So, the changes I made, basically, we're going to talk about changes real fast. Apart from, I think, maybe I optimized the tree a little bit, just the tiniest bit, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's the same tree still. But what I got, as I mentioned before, is +3 rolling slam, +3 to all rolling slam skills. Of course, not mandatory, because if you're doing that much damage as I did, and let's be honest, for 1 month into the league, these weapons are not like mind-bogglingly good. I know that this is still going to be better than most people will have, but this is really achievable. Like, people every now and then show me weapons on Discord that they bought for 10 or 15 divines that are better than these. So I probably need to buy better ones as well, by the way. But anyway, I bought this 1 divine literally. Of course, you don't need to. Or if, I don't know, if again this is going to be the same problem and they're going to increase in price, you can buy +2. It's going to be fine as well. That being said, the reason why we're doing such astronomical amount of damage is because I understated how OP Aftershock is. So basically, let me explain to you what Aftershock is, what it does. So Aftershock is something that pretty much you. Let me start by saying that this 10% chance for mace slam skills, 10% chance for mace strike skills, you use yourself to cause aftershocks. That's BS. I've been playing with that for a long time with different mace strike skills. I haven't noticed. Please correct me in the comments if someone noticed that this works. It doesn't. I haven't noticed that a single freaking time since patch 0.1. And I tested it in 0.2. I also haven't noticed anything. Not a single time, for example, my perfect strike did double damage or something like that. Did the aftershock, right? That just doesn't happen. So whatever. But what aftershock does is you have this 10% chance here, 12% chance, and so on. Slam skills, you use yourself to cause aftershocks. And what aftershock is? Aftershock basically is this thing that you use a slam skill, and 1 second later you have the repeat of this slam skill. And this is completely busted. This is overpowered. This is overpowered as hell, especially on Titan, because this aftershock thing is literally double damage. It just repeats everything that you did with your previous attack. That's it. Like, it just repeats it. And this includes also buffs. So for example, if you have fully charged Infernal Cry because you're next to unique boss, and you get a full bonus of 150% of damage as fire damage, which is, by the way, Infernal Cry is completely broken, super busted skill. And you get more damage from this and more damage from this, right? All of that damage that you did with your main skill, with your main attack, is going to repeat. Well, this time it didn't because I forgot to swap skills, but all of this and all of this is going to be the same. If this is going to do 2 million damage, then this aftershock is going to do 2 million damage. And you might be thinking right now, yo, Karn, wouldn't it be better to just put supports with extra damage in your skills? Surely this has to cost the opportunity cost for that is huge, right? It's very hard to get 100% aftershock. This is why it's so stupid strong. It's ridiculously easy on Titan, at least. On Titan, it's just stupid easy how easy it is to get 100% aftershock. I'm going to show you exactly all the stuff that I have that gives me aftershock chance. So I get this 25% chance. I'm pathing towards this ancestral empowerment anyway, so not a big deal, right? 25%. Then I get this cluster over here, 10%. That's 22. And then I get this support. That is literally it. These 2 passive points and this gives you double damage on slam skills. This is one of the reasons why I stopped using Perfect Strike completely. Number one, many people don't like it. I like it personally, but on Titan, if you want to scale damage fully, the way to go is to just do a slam. I'm freaking sorry. The way to do it is just to do a slam, because these slams do just absurd damage, mostly because of how easy it is to double your damage with this. You literally just put 1 ascendancy point, and you're once again, you're pathing towards this one anyway. you're putting these 2 passive points and 1 support. That is literally double damage. Like I did to this Xesht like 8 million or something with Rolling Slam, and then I did another 8 million with the Aftershock, right, or something like that. Perhaps I did even more damage, but you know, I have to check on the replay. But that is just crazy, crazy, crazy. And I definitely, if you're playing Titan, it's not going to be as easy to get that much on other classes, obviously, because Titan gets like basically a support for free, 25% chance. And on top of that, Titan gets more from this. So I don't think you can even reach 100% on other classes. I'm not even sure if it's going to be... Like, if I have, like, for example, if I have, like, 103% from this right now, right? And if this is going to drop from 12% to 8%, this is going to be, like, you know, 90-something. So you're not even going to have 100%. But the ease at which it is to get the ease at which it is to get to 100% Aftershock on Titan is just like it's crazy. It's absolutely like there's no reason why I shouldn't go for that, because for such a little investment, 100% increased damage, that double damage basically is nuts. And on top of that, it's crazy good for clearing as well, because you leap into the screen, the monsters will start coming from other sides of the screen, right? And they just get exploded by the Aftershock. It just feels so good, right? Now, you might be thinking, why Rolling Slam? Why not something that hits harder? Like Rolling Slam, for example, has in total 800 and 1600, but the thing is that only this part of the skill gets an Aftershock. So, you know, on top of that, like, you're even going to lose even more damage, basically, because this part is not going to Aftershock. Next video is going to be all about Sunder, boys. Sunder not only does about the same amount of damage as both first slam and second slam, which at the end of the day is going to be actually more, because the entire part of Sunder is going to get the Aftershock bonus, not only the second slam. So not only Sunder by default is going to be doing more damage, but also Sunder has this one little cool thing, also known as if enemy has broken armor, which is, by the way, very easy to do on bosses. If enemy has a fully broken armor, then your attack with Sunder is going to be always a crit. And Sunder by default has a plus 100% crit multi bonus. So Sunder, without any whatsoever crit damage multipliers bonuses, is going to deal 2.5 times more damage than something else, right? Of course, we'll have to drop Resolute Technique for that, but this is without investing anything into it, right? We have these super crazy crit damage nodes over here. We have these very good crit damage nodes over here. You see where I'm going. This is going to escalate very quickly into 4 times the damage. 4 times, I'm not kidding, than the Rolling Slam is doing. And since I kill Xesht in 1.5 essentially hits, because the second Aftershock didn't even go off, guys, with the Sunder, like, I'm not even kidding. Without like any improvements whatsoever with these weapons, I'll be hitting with Sunder for like 60-70 million. That's just how math works, man. I'm sorry. 60-70 million with this. If you wanted to fully invest into like a, I'm not gonna say mirror tier character, but if you wanted to put like 100 and 200 divines into a character like this, and now the loot is actually dropping really nicely, so you know it's not impossible for many people to get this amount of currency, then you'll be hitting for 100 million with Sunder. I am dead freaking serious. It's just there is few mechanics on warriors that make warrior absolutely like absolute freaking. It just hits too hard, man. Like, this skill is overpowered. Just don't tell that to GG, but this skill is freaking overpowered. Aftershock on Titan is freaking overpowered. It's just that the ease at which you just double your damage here, and the ease at which you just triple your damage, this is just too much. Like, you just one-shot bosses. Like, even with, like, I remember, even on Will Smith, as an Ascendancy that has no damage multipliers whatsoever. None. You just pure defense, right? I was one-shotting map bosses, every single map boss with Perfect Strike. Like, you would think that... I don't know, man. Like, it is what it is, right? I mean, sure, we're slow, 100% agree. Especially if you have bosses that slow you down. Which, by the way, you can deal with that also if you just invest into this cluster over here. But if you have bosses that slow you down or teleport a lot or move a lot, sure, it's gonna be like an annoying fight for a warrior. But at the end of the day, like all these multipliers, which just skyrocket damage into like I'm not even kidding. Like a mirror tier character could be doing like hundreds of millions of damage with Sunder. I think like 6-man party pinnacle bosses would just die in one hit. And I could even still like think about adding something more to this build to even increase the damage. Like for example, shock. It wouldn't be too hard to shock a boss at the same time, I'm pretty sure, and that's an additional 20% more damage. Then you have like +3 amulet instead of +2 and +7 weapons. All of a sudden, that is an additional 30% more damage. Then I could like drop these skill speed runes from the weapon and add physical damage. That would be another about 20-25% more damage. It's stupid how hard you can scale damage in this game. It's absolutely nuts. So that's why, for the most part, you should be investing into defense because like you're getting damage like for free, kind of, right? All right, but I wanted to make this video like 10 minutes. I started talking and there's no end to it, so thank you very much for watching, guys. That's what I wanted to show you. The next video is going to be all about just one-tapping these bosses. We're going to be testing Sunder. So this video I'm going to upload probably in 2 days, and after that there's going to be a full build guide, and I'm finally going to work on the mobalytics guide because there is like pretty much nothing there except for the POBs. So I'm going to work on that. Everything is going to be in the description, the link to mobalytics, and also of course the POB for this current character as always. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.